non-judgmental environment, and through that improve their confidence in their English-speaking ability, socialise and develop friendships. So, no matter where you're from, if you're a member of an Iatca or Ifalpa association, click on the link and join the SEP for free. Join our big family and get involved now. Mehdi, who is an air traffic controller from Iran, has an acceptable level of English, but he doesn't feel confident enough in speaking in real-life situations and wants to practice. In another part of the world, Olivia, who's also an air traffic controller and speaks excellent English, wants to meet pilots and controllers from around the world. The Speak English programme provides an opportunity for them to meet, network and achieve this. The Speak English programme was created during the pandemic when travelling to meet people wasn't possible. It's an online programme that helps connect air traffic controllers and pilots around the world so they can share their mutual interests and concerns and network in a friendly, non-judgmental environment, and through that improve their confidence in their English-speaking ability, socialise and develop friendships. So, no matter where you're from, if you're a member of an Iatca or Ifalpa association, click on the link and join the SEP for free. Join our big family and get involved now. Mehdi, who is an air traffic controller from Iran, has an acceptable level of English, but he doesn't feel confident enough in speaking in real-life situations and wants to practice. In another part of the world, Olivia, who's also an air traffic controller and speaks excellent English, wants to meet pilots and controllers from around the world. The Speak English programme provides an opportunity for them to meet, network and achieve this. The Speak English programme was created during the pandemic when travelling to meet people wasn't possible. It's an online programme that helps connect air traffic controllers and pilots around the world so they can share their mutual interests and concerns and network in a friendly, non-judgmental environment, and through that improve their confidence in their English-speaking ability, socialise and develop friendships. So, no matter where you're from, if you're a member of an Iatca or Ifalpa association, click on the link and join the SEP for free. Join our big family and get involved now. Mehdi, who is an air traffic controller from Iran, has an acceptable level of English, but he doesn't feel confident enough in speaking in real-life situations and wants to practice. In another part of the world, Olivia, who's also an air traffic controller and speaks excellent English, wants to meet pilots and controllers from around the world. The Speak English programme provides an opportunity for them to meet, network and achieve this. The Speak English programme was created during the pandemic when travelling to meet people wasn't possible. It's an online programme that helps connect air traffic controllers and pilots around the world so they can share their mutual interests and concerns and network in a friendly, non-judgmental environment, and through that improve their confidence in their English-speaking ability, socialise and develop friendships. So, no matter where you're from, if you're a member of an Iatca or Ifalpa association, click on the link and join the SEP for free. Join our big family and get involved now. Mehdi, who is an air traffic controller from Iran, has an acceptable level of English, but he doesn't feel confident enough in speaking in real-life situations and wants to practice. In another part of the world, Olivia, who's also an air traffic controller and speaks excellent English, wants to meet pilots and controllers from around the world. The Speak English programme provides an opportunity for them to meet, network and achieve this. The Speak English programme was created during the pandemic when travelling to meet people wasn't possible. It's an online programme that helps connect air traffic controllers and pilots around the world so they can share their mutual interests and concerns and network in a friendly, non-judgmental environment, and through that improve their confidence in their English speaking ability, socialise and develop friendships. So, no matter where you're from, if you're a member of an Iatca or Ifalpa association, click on the link and join the SEP for free. Join our big family and get involved now. Mehdi, who is an air traffic controller from Iran, has an acceptable level of English, but he doesn't feel confident enough in speaking in real-life situations and wants to practice. In another part of the world, Olivia, who's also an air traffic controller and speaks excellent English, wants to meet pilots and controllers from around the world. The Speak English programme provides an opportunity for them to meet, network and achieve this. The Speak English programme was created during the pandemic when travelling to meet people wasn't possible. It's an online programme that helps connect air traffic controllers and pilots around the world so they can share their mutual interests and concerns and network in a friendly, non-judgmental environment, and through that improve their confidence in their English speaking ability, socialise and develop friendships. So, no matter where you're from, if you're a member of an Iatca or Ifalpa association, click on the link and join the SEP for free. Join our big family and get involved now.
Hello everyone. Is everybody here already?
Audible.
Okay. Everyone, can you hear me out loud?
Yes, you're audible.
Thank you, Miss Lily. And also all the participants, can you hear me? From DPC Kendari and Jayapura, can you hear me?
Yes.
All right
Do you hear
then.
me clearly, ma'am?
Loud and clear, sir.
Okay, thank you.
To the comedy, shall we start it now? Because it's 9:26 a.m. already. And concerning all the participants, adjudicators, and the audience has already been in the room. Okay. All right, then. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi
Warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Morning, everyone. Yeah, please allow me to introduce myself. My name is Hanis from DPC Kupang. Today I'll be acting as the moderator of this debate competition of Iatca. And I would like to welcome back you all to the elimination round of the Iatca English debate competition. And here we aim to engage in a meaningful discussion in a supportive environment while honing our analytical thinking skills. Today we have two matches lined up from DPC Jayapura versus DPC Kendari. And hold on 1 second. From DPC Kendari and DPC Jayapura. And the winners of today's and also from DPC Makassar versus DPC Palangkaraya will be held on another round after this. And the winners of today's matches will advance to the next round and face off against yesterday's winner. So before we move on to the next round, I would like to introduce our beloved adjudicators who will be bringing their expertise to today's competition. And first, we are honored to introduce Mrs. Lily Robianti. Good morning, ma'am. And Ms. Robianti currently serves as an ATC supervisor at Airnav Indonesia, Surabaya branch, where she oversees air traffic control operations with utmost precision and expertise. In addition to her supervisory role, she has been an ILP rater since 2018, bringing a wealth of experience and a keen eye for linguistic proficiency. And Ms. Robianti holds a bachelor's degree in accounting from Muhammadiyah University Sidoarjo, and reflecting her diverse academic background and her dedication to continuous learning. Her journey through various professional landscapes is a testament to her versatility and commitment to the excellent. And also, we are joined once again by Miss Umi. She earned her bachelor degree in communication from Universitas Terbuka. For nearly 10 years, she has been an active member of both national and international organizations, including Iatca and Iatca, where she has taken on numerous important roles. And Miss Umi also represented the Communication Commission as a speaker at the Iatca annual conference in Singapore. Additionally, she has served as an adjudicator for previous Iatca English debate competition, where she has built a reputation for her fairness and sharp analytical skills. Her insightful feedback and thorough understanding of argumentation are a great value to our competition. And also, I would like to introduce the teams competing today, representing DPC Kendari from Kendari team. And then representing DPC Jayapura is Jayapura team. So before we commence, allow me to remind everyone of the rules, so no one's breaking the rules. First of all, participants are prohibited from making any personal attacks against other participants. Participants are prohibited from using offensive language or making derogatory remarks about ethnicity, religion, race, LGBT, and pornography. Members of the debate can give signals to the speaker presenting their arguments, as long as this does not interfere with the progress of the debate. And speakers are prohibited from communicating verbally with other speakers who are presenting arguments. Participants are prohibited for using gadgets, and you guys only allowed to use paper and notes. I will remind it again, no gadgets are allowed besides the devices for your Zoom meeting today. Besides that, you are not allowed to use any more of the gadgets. You can take notes on the paper. And if there are audio or video problems during the debate, you may raise your hand immediately and fill out the chat column in the Zoom meeting. So the timer, I will remind you again about the timer, even though it has been explained during the technical meeting. The timer begins when the speaker starts their speech, and then substantive speeches, 7 minutes and 20 seconds. Reply speeches, 4 minutes for all rounds. And time signals will be given in this manner at the start of the second minute. The opposing party can give or ask for point of information or POI, and it will indicate it by the green screen. And at the end of the 6 minute, the point of information will be ended, and it will indicate it by yellow screen. And at the end of 7 minutes, the speaker should conclude their speech, giving the summary, and then you will see the red screen on this Zoom meeting. Screens will be displayed by the timekeeper's Zoom account. And following this, we will determine first which team will be on the government side of the house and which team will be on the opposition side of the house by spinning the wheel. And could you please the host, my beloved host, to assist me in spinning the wheel so we can have which team on which side. All right. Okay, now we can start to spin the wheel. So DPC Kendari or Kendari team will be the government side of the house or the pros team. And then for DPC Jayapura will be the opposition side of the house or the cons team. So today's debate, we have the motion is this house would allow drones to operate in controlled airspace without special permits. But before we move on to the match, I would like to remind for the audience on YouTube live session right now to put your best comment to support your colleagues or your friends during this match. And we as the committee, we will pick up the best comments, the top comments, and you will get the door prize from us. So without further ado, let's begin the next round of our debate Sorry, from Iatca Kendari. Is there any question? Okay, please.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah.
One of my crew member is in Kendari.
Yeah.
So could you please pin
Oh, sure.
her
So you
video?
have to screen. You have to screen for your team, right? You want me to
Yeah.
pick the other one? Okay, sure.
Yep.
I'll let
Thank you.
Martina know. Okay. Sorry for the host. Could you please pin the other team of Kendari team? The other screen.
Mr. Yopi from Kendari, can you on cam for pin?
Oh yeah,
Okay.
could you please turn on the camera so we can put you on screen? We could pin you on the screen. All right then. Okay, perfect. Shall we start now? Okay. Okay, are we good now? Okay. So let's begin the debate competition right now. Best luck to all the debaters. For the first speaker of the government side of the house, the time is yours. Excuse me, sir. Could you please turn on the microphone because it's still muted? Yeah. Okay.
How about now? Am I audible?
Yes, loud and clear.
Thank
So
you.
please continue. Yes.
Good morning, everyone. So today I want to talk about the future of our skies, a future where drones or unmanned aerial systems can safely and productively operate alongside manned aircraft in controlled airspace. Currently, existing controlled airspace which surround our busiest airport, like Jakarta, Makassar, even Jayapura, and the busier flight paths, require a lengthy and complex permitting process, even though the drones has many features. Like as we know, emergency response. Drones could deliver life-saving medical supplies or conduct search and rescue mission in disaster zone, reaching area that we can access by traditional method. And the second one is infrastructure inspection. We can inspect things like bridges, pipeline, and wind turbines with drones would be faster, safer, and more importantly, cost-effective than current methods. And the last one is package delivery. Delivers could be revolutionized, reducing traffic congestion and emission. But these benefits remain grounded by the current regulation. So, what's the solution? I propose a new approach allowing pre-approved certified drone to operate in controlled airspace without the need for special permits. This would require a robust framework, of course, like restrict drone certification. Drones must meet strict safety standards, including reliable communication system, collision avoidance technology, and geofencing capabilities. And this part start in the manufacturer. The second one is pilot training and licensing. Operators would require specialized training and licensing, ensuring they understand control airspace regulation and can safely navigate complex environment. So in this part, to make things easier for the regulators, the pilot must be registered of a legit operators that specialize in drone operation. Real-time air traffic management integration. Drones must be integrated seamlessly with existing ATM system, allowing air traffic controls that to effectively manage both manned and unmanned aircraft. This may sound futuristic, but the technology already exists. Several companies are developing many drone models with, of course, their own necessary capabilities. Have you ever known, in this century, there are more technology that we think on the past day was a myth, but today it becomes real. Let me give you an example. There are 3 countries have flying car, and one of them is Indonesia. Bambang Susantono, the head of the Nusantara capital city, said optimistically, flying car will be operated in 2045. In fact, on 79 Indonesia Independence Day celebration, the flying taxis will be tested in Nusantara capital city. So the challenge lies in creating a regulatory framework that foster innovation without compromising any safety. However, with first certification, training, and integration with ATM, this risk can be significantly mitigated. Drones have the potential to create a new job, push the industries, and revolutionize how we deliver goods and service. So our daily activities will be changed in the future. By embracing this technology and establishing a clear regulatory path, we can unlock the immense potential of drones and propel our nation to the forefront of the unmanned aviation revolution. We can create a future where drones safely share the skies, contributing to more efficiently innovative and prosperous society. Maybe my first argument finish in that. Any POI from the opposite team?
You still have 2 minutes and 10 seconds, sir. If you may continue to add up your arguments if the other team doesn't want to give their PI. Okay, sure. The opposition team, please.
Please.
Right. You mentioned about emission and how we can reduce these emissions by using drones, didn't you? So, well, if I see a drone and they are flying above us, and I think it's very noisy, you know, I think it will contribute to noise pollution. So yeah, it may reduce our emission, but what about the noise pollution? It will just like you reducing one problem but just adding to another. What do you say about that?
I get it. What do you mean? In what kind of
Sorry for Kendari, I think
the
your signal is breaking right now. Could you please try to...
check how about now? Can you
Sorry,
hear
it's for
me clearly?
Kendari. For Jayapura,
Hello?
you are very clear. And Kendari, could you please say again your arguments? Because the time is running up, it's 38 seconds left.
Okay. From the argument from Jayapura, my question is what kind of drones you talk about? Because there's so many type of drones in marketplace. Like you talk about the drone with weight less 2 kilos or less than 15 kilos or 25 kilos, because in the IQ document in part 101 and 102 there are two type of drones. The first one is 25 kilos or less, or 15 kilos or less.
The time up. So I would like to remind again for the POIs, you could give your POIs in not more than 20 seconds, so you don't take up as much time for the previous team to add up their arguments. So let's move on to the first speaker for the opposition side of the house from Jayapura. The time is yours.
Thank you for the input, Madam Moderator, and thank you for your input as well, Mr. Prime Minister. I am standing on the opposition leader, and I strongly oppose that we have to allow drones to operate in controlled airspace without special permits. Sorry, can you hear me right now? Am I audible? Okay, thank you. So previously you were talking about emissions. I didn't actually refer to specific drones, But as you can see, drones are not exactly the most silent type of aerial vehicle, right? So noise pollution is actually one of the kind of pollutions as well. So are you sure that it's not actually adding to the to become a disturbing the ecosystem by flying it around without any special permit, without knowing where it goes, without knowing what to do with it if it actually disturbs the ecosystem? Well, I'm not going to be too blunt with that because that's not the main topic here. Our main topic is actually about special permit. So one of the obvious reasons that would be safety risks. I am quoting from document 44, which is the main book for air traffic controllers for managing their airspace. It says controlled airspace means as an airspace of defined dimensions within which air traffic control service is provided in accordance with the airspace classification. And one of the tasks of air traffic controllers are to prevent collisions between aircraft. Now, if you are counting drones special permit out of the equations, that would mean increased risk of collisions between drones and manned aircraft. Now, especially in busy airspace around airports. Now, one of the example about this would be between 19 and 21 December of 21st December of 2018, in Gatwick, London, Gatwick Airport, hundreds of flights were canceled following reports of drone sightings close to the runway. Yes, please, the POI.
Oh, okay. Thank you for your time. You mentioned again that drone have more sound pollution. So can you give us an example, the vehicle that have more or less sound pollution than drones? Thank you.
Sorry, I didn't recall I said anything about more pollutions than drones. I said drones causing pollution as much as other vehicles. Hey, what about noise pollutions? That is the same kind of pollution. I'm not saying it is more polluting the environment. It's just you are reducing this, but you are adding this. I hope it is understood. So, yeah, yeah, go ahead.
Most of drone use a battery for its surge. So can you give me a reason why drones can be of pollution if they're using a battery?
Well, drones are operating with batteries, that's correct. But the power plants are unfortunately not renewable. So, what do you say? I guess it's not really an excellent form of vehicular way for keeping up with environment because it still needs a power plant and it's not exactly a great solution for emission. So moving on, hundreds of drone sightings are in Gatwick Airport near London, England, between 19 and 21 December of 2018. Now, hundreds of planes are disrupted, canceled. Now, might as well, if it happened in Jayapura, we might as well close the airport altogether because we only have 160 traffic here. But it was the biggest disruption at Gatwick since its closure following the 2010 volcano eruptions in Iceland. So it's pretty fatal, I guess. And not to mention the questionable airworthiness. How can you be so sure that airworthiness is maintained as strictly as regular aircraft? Because there are also potential for drones to lose control due to technical failures and interference. It's posing hazards to manned aviation. And yeah, also, if you are having drones flying around, the air traffic controllers would be having increased workload in managing air traffic. Well, it would be putting unfortunate additional strain to monitor and manage a higher volume of traffic. So it could lead to human errors. And integrating drones into existing air traffic management systems, it's difficult because air traffic management systems are designed for manned aircraft. I guess that's how I see through all of this. Thank you.
All right, you still have 10 seconds. Are you done with the speech?
Yes, my moderator. I guess I'm done.
Thank you. Thank you for the opportunity for house. Sure. Arguments, and then let's move on to the second speaker of the government side of the house. Time is yours.
Check.
Okay, you are very clear, sir.
Okay, thank you. Talking about a regulation. Indonesia DGCA, Directorate General of Civil Aviation Regulation, strictly prohibited drones from flying in the controlled airspace. Here's breakdown of the key points. First, control airspace. This airspace is managed by air traffic control to ensure the safe and orderly flow of air traffic. It typically surrounds airports and extends outwards for a certain distance and altitude. Drone restrictions. Drones are not allowed to fly within control airspace without special permission from DGCA. This permission process can be length. And next, maximum altitude. Drones generally have a maximum legal flying altitude of 150 meters or 492 feet in Indonesia. This can be further restricted in certain areas. And the next, distance from airport. Drones must be flown at least 15 kilometers or 9.32 miles away from any airport runway. Okay, here are the most important rules to know for flying a drone in Indonesia. Indonesia has a maximum flying altitude of 150 meters or 500 feet. If you wish to fly higher, you must obtain permission up to 14 working days before the scheduled flight. Drone flights must be conducted within the pilot's direct line of sight, undertaken in the pilot's direct line of sight. And the next, drones must have a maximum takeoff weight or MTOW of no more than 7 kilograms. Flights are permitted only in uncontrolled airspace. In addition, runways at airports must be at least 15 kilometers away from drone operations. Other safe distance include avoiding crowds and staying away from densely populated areas. The distance between the ground and the cloud must be at least 150 meters vertical or 600 meters horizontal. Next, drone with cameras must maintain a minimum distance of 500 meters from prohibited or restricted areas. Drones are permitted to operate in Indonesia only when the sun is visible. It means sunrise to sunset. The law prohibits flights at night and in inclement weather. Minimum visibility of 4.8 kilometers is required. You should be aware that if your drone is equipped with the camera, it may approach the land border up to maximum distance of 500 meters. For the conclusion, this is the regulation has been created in Indonesia. So why we just talk about not allowed to drones to operate in controlled airspace without a special permits. Current regulations are designed to balance the potential benefits of drone technology with the need for safety and security. While some level of restriction is necessary, there is ongoing discussion about how to safely integrate drones into airspace while minimizing risk. Maybe just that, any point of any POI?
If there is no POI, you can continue your argument, sir.
Yes.
You
And
still
my
have
addition,
2 minutes and 45
yes, of
seconds.
course, and my addition is Indonesia drones has use for example in the cluster of Kendari in Morowali, for example, we use drones for open the land, for measure about the land before become a mining like that, and it often to use in that area. And the regulation just the pilot drone just send a permit to the regulation, and then the regulation make assessment, and after that when it's approved in 14 days after that, they will send the what is send the letter back to the pilot, and then the pilot request to make a permission or notem to Airnav Indonesia. So there's complex what is it? Application drones in Indonesia. And for information, there are 5,000 more pilots are registered in DGCA pilot drones, right? It means there are a lot of drones will be operation in Indonesia. No. And you say that drone will make a lot of workload for ATC. For your information, drone, we can shut it down directly when we need it. So the air traffic controller can shut it down directly when we need it. For example, when the drones operating in the uncontrolled airspace, it means maybe in a final approach, and sometimes there are traffic will be used that line, we can suddenly shut it down, and then after that when it clears, we can inform to the pilot to operate it again. Maybe I think it's enough.
Okay,
Thank
thank
you for
you.
your time. Thanks, ma'am.
Thank you for the second speaker of the government side of the House. And for the second speaker of the opposition side of the House, time is yours.
Thank you, moderate. Check. Can you hear me?
Loud and clear, sir.
Okay. Thank you for this occasion. I'm the second speaker of the opposition team that I strongly oppose, like my leader. Why I oppose is not so much, just so many factors. I oppose this regulation, this subject because the use of the drones in control airspace is so hazardous, not for us ATC, but also the aircraft. And then also the people within the airport. And drones make a lot of mistakes and error, not from just the drone itself, but from the human that piloting the drones. No one can make sure the drone will operate operating normally, and the people who drives it, the people who control it will not make some dangerous activities. You know, in our branch here in Jayapura, using drones is very suspicious. In so many factors, is so suspicious activities. You cannot know that the drones is used for maybe for, you can say, espionage. For the, I think all of us here know that in Jayapura or other location in Papua here, that there are people that so-called resistance that maybe use this drone to be a tool that to achieve their goal, to break the peace in here. So it's so very tricky, because if you allowed it in controlled space, yes, it may it cause some benefits in airport in many aspects, but also it can be dangerous too. Even the regulation, even the rules also strictly done by the authority, by the people who piloting the drone or the air traffic controllers, the pilot. No one can ensure. Even the regulation is so strictly made and done, no one can knows what will everybody do. So my conclusion is the using drones is so very, not very, it's on some aspect it's so hazardous for the use for in use in control airspace, and here especially. And maybe sorry, I think that the use of drone itself be so, how to say, it be so clearly unresponsible in the, oh yes, go ahead.
Thank you, Mas Beno, for your time.
Yes, thank you, Mas
We
Aldi.
all know there are always a risk. There are always a consequences on everything in this life. But I mentioned that you said even there are so many regulation that control the drones operate, no one can ensure the safety of aviation. So, in my opinion, you think that innovation is not good. Is that true?
I think innovation is good, I think is good. But without the drones, the risk of in the aviation industry is already high. Why bother? Why bother making another risk? Okay, maybe that's enough for me. That's all. Thank you for your time. Please, Madam Moderator.
Okay, thank you for the second speaker for the opposition side of the House. And thank you for the closing also. And let's move on. The timekeeper, could you please restart the timer? Because we will move on to the third speaker of the government side of the House. Okay. All right. And for the third speaker of the government side of the House, the time is yours.
Thank you. Am I audible?
Very clear, sir. We
Yeah.
can start your speech now, and the time will be started. The timer will be started.
Thank you. I just want to say welcome drone to control airspace. Yes, this is we are talking about the future. We are talking about the technology. My name is Yopi Widianto. I am as the third speaker from Kendari. As the third speaker, first of all, I would like to re-debate the second speaker from the Jayapura team about the drones. The drones is very danger for the other aircraft in control airspace. Yes, we are talking about the drones. Of course, there are some risks if we use drones in control airspace, but if the regulation put drones to fly in control space, of course there is mitigation to make it before the regulation is released. So drones in control airspace, of course there is some solutions to make it easier or to reduce the dangerous of flying off the drone. First of all, for example, we can make some routes especially for drones, only for drones in control airspace. Yeah, this is in the route there will be only drones, and then secondly, all of the drones should be registered. So there is no more special permits, because we know that there are some drones in that road, so there is no special permits for the drones. And the second, about the human error. Yes, of course. In the control space, we know that all of the aircraft or all of the drone should make a communication with the air traffic controller. You know that all of the drone is controlled by the pilot. So no drone without pilot. So this is similar. This is actually similar with the aircraft. So we can communicate it. We can communicate it with the pilot. So we can control as air traffic controller. We can control the drones. We can spirit it. We can make it spirit in control airspace. And then, for example, you take the place for Jayapura. As you know, then if we use drone in your control airspace in Jayapura, it is more easier to reduce, for example, the accident, because there are a lot of incident in Jayapura. For example, for cargo aircraft, and then for some civil aircraft. There is incident because about the environment in Jayapura. But if we use drone in Jayapura or some areas on that, we can reduce the risk. We can reduce the risk of incident, because there is no people on that area. We can easier to distribute about the logistic, for example. We can easier to reach some areas to find something or to make some mapping on that area. This is more easier to use drone in your control area. Okay, go ahead, VOI.
Mentioned that uh sorry, can you hear me? Can you hear me? Okay. Isn't it better to apply special permit with registered drones for more barriers of safety? Because you previously mentioned registered drones do not need special permit. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. I mean, there is the special permits is we can reduce about the special permits. Of course, for the safety, there is the regulation for safety in the control aspect. There is we have already the safety regulation. So if the drones joins the control aspect, of course the drone should be have the safety should have the safety should join the safety regulation, of course. So I mean, there is no more special regulation. So it means drones will have the position same with the other aircraft. Thank you. Okay, and then I want to continue my argument about this drone. My first speaker and the second speaker already mentioned about all of the why we should allow the drone to join the control airspace. And then I know that this is about the technology. Of course, technology is should be followed by regulation, and then human resource development, and then of course for the facility. Yes, I mean this is for to allow drone to join the control airspace. Of course, we should finish all of the phase for human resource development, and then facility, and then the regulation. So if this phase already perfect, of course we can make this this drone can join the control airspace without special permits. Like I said before, that the drones in the future, I imagine drones can get the position same like the civil aircraft, for make it easier to reduce the risk, and for example to make it more easier to be controlled. Thank you.
Okay, thank you for the third speaker of the government side of the House. Now we move on to the third speaker for the opposition side of the House. The time is given. Okay, now the time is yours for the third speaker of the opposition side of the House.
Thank you. Am I audible?
Very clear, sir.
So previously the government said about the open the mining site only for that area at Morowali using the drones. It means the special permit has been regulated there. There were assessment by IRNAF, who are now has the capability to match the airspace. So the airman or the pilot will know about the maneuver or maybe the activities or the drone activities there. The special permit should be used. Why? Because the special permit will let the assessment about the maneuver of the drones and where the drones will be held. As we know that the birds and drones are shares the similar level of threat. The drones are objectively more dangerous since it's made of the harder material like metal. Drones are also harder to spot than balloons or colorful flying kites. where in the airport area, it could be difficult to find out the drones rather than the balloons. When we have the special permit to operate the drones around the area of aerodrome, the pilot and the ATC or people who are considered to supervision the drones will look after the drones. Oh, okay, the POI.
You mentioned that the drone pilot has already their own regulation, right? You mentioned in the beginning, they already has their own regulation. Am I right?
No, the second speaker said that they using or the Morowali use the drones to open the mining.
Yeah, and you say the drone pilot operate has already trained it or licensed and get verified by the government, something like that. Am I right?
I said that the special permit has been regulated there because there were assessment by the airnav who are capable with the airspace there. So the people.
No. Before that sentences, you said the regulation has already there for the pilot drones. So I mean, why do you need any special permit for drones if there's any there are a regulation in the beginning? So why we need a special permit to operate again?
The special permit, because the special permit could cover the maneuver of the drones, the supervision for the airnav and the people who are capable with the supervision will know where the maneuver of the drones. At least the supervision might be held rather than just using the area and the pilot drones use the drones itself.
So there's no need to make a special permit, just make a flight plan or maybe not time or briefing the ATC when you give the flight plan. There's no need a special permit. So in simple way, the drone operate can be same as the civil aircraft or other aircraft.
For us, the special permit should be held because it's not like because the similarity of the threat like the drones and the birds. So therefore, we need more special permit to supervision the drones. Okay. And the drones can be used for malicious purpose, I guess. No, we such as the smuggling, contraband, espionage, or even terrorism. We know that the special permit help mitigate the risk by ensuring the operators are vetted and accountable. For example, near the end of 2030, border official in the Punjab region of India revealed they intercept 107 drug-carrying drones sent by smuggling gangs. It seems like Jayapura, we have the borders. If the drones are not using the special permit, people can smuggle the drugs. Unprotected drones operation in controlled airspace could make easier for criminals to exploit the technology. And the more data, and while we are still discussing about security, there is also includes the matter of privacy. Okay, please.
I think your opinion about the smuggle in the drones is not really relate because we can smuggle like drugs or maybe a weapon or anything even in the other vehicle, not just drones.
Okay, okay, I understand. Because you said that using cars on other technology, but why use drones? It just adding some risk. There is a risk using drones as well. So we believe that the drones to operate in controlled airspace should use the special permit. Therefore, it could be our discussion for all, and thank you.
Is that all, sir?
Thank-
For the government side, opposition side of the House?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, then thank you for the third speaker of the opposition side of the House. Now we move on to the reply speaker from the opposition side of the House to close and conclude all their arguments. The time is yours.
Thank you, madam. Right. Actually, in summary, we still strongly believe that special permit is needed because, of course, still the safety, we need to keep safety in check. With all due respect, Mr. Deputy Prime Minister, you previously said that, are we against progress? No. But are progress more important than safety? What is the use of progress if there is no people to enjoy it? Because they are all, let's say, cannot enjoy it because they are unsafe or worse dead. And yeah, you still cannot, I noticed that you are not answering about the argument regarding the hardship for air traffic controllers to to prevent collisions between aircraft by making them increasing the risk of collisions between drones and manned aircraft, and it would add to their workload. And then we are strongly against that because potentially with emission, drones are able to lose control due to technical failures, and if they crash and the debris flying everywhere, it could also causing for pollution. And you're right, emissions are reduced, but if the drones are so many and there's nobody to keep them in line because there's no special permit, then it would be like reducing 2 to 1, but you are adding 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1, and there's no limit on that. So yeah, I guess, and then Mr. Beno there, the previously mentioned about criminalities and smuggling, espionage. That's correct. I mean, why are we adding the risk of having to give these criminals more windows, more sources to do their criminal activities? We do not need more threats to security while we are also still thinking about safety, and safety is still number one. Yes, we need progress. This nation certainly needs progress. But if there is nothing to enjoy, and if there is no one to enjoy that progress, what is the point? Also, isn't it better to apply special permit with registered drones for more barriers of safety? I am only exposing all of this just for safety. And I think more layers of safety, that is okay. And what did you say? You previously mentioned also, if we put drones on the same level as regular aircraft, you forgot to mention that drones are very small, and that would create discrepancy in air traffic management. Drones are small, and like he said, it's made of metal. It's made of hard materials, which poses more risk than birds. It would be catastrophic. And what about the public counseling also? If you just disappearing illegal permits altogether, then the public, if they are not counseled, they can do just whatever they want, and no one will be there to keep them in check. I think that's all for me. Thank you so much, Madam Moderator.
I hope it is clear.
Thank you so much for the reply speaker for the speech. And now let's move on to the last speaker of the opposition. Sorry, to the government side of the House, the reply speaker. The time is yours.
Thank you for the opportunity. I'm the reply speaker from the government team. I would like to make a summary from our team. First of all, my first speaker has explained about all of the drones and all of the regulation and all of the risks when the control express is entered by the drone. And then the second speaker have been explain about all of the regulation too, and then I would like to make a conclusion for this material that we are from the government team believe that the drones allow to operate their affairs without special permits. You know that I say again that the technology offer us about the some advantage, and we have to pass it. In the future, we have to pass it and we have to use it. Of course, before to reduce all of the risks, we have to make some phase. We have to make some phase. For example, we have to make a preparation about the technology itself, and then we have to make a preparation about the regulation. We have to make a preparation about the human research development, and then we have to research about the facility. If all of the component already perfect, we do believe that the drones allow to operate in the control aspect without safely. Yes, we can make some trial for at the first. We can for example, I offers that the drones can be given the spatial route at the first, and then we in the control aspect. I mean, in control aspect, we can give some routes from only for the drones, and then after that, we can combine it with the other aircraft. Of course, it mean it can be reduced. We can make some mitigation before to make it more safely, and then about the emission and about the emission I mean that emission, of course, there will be the emission for the from the drones, but we can reduce it because drones of course in the technology we can develop the technology to make it reduce. And then we talk again about the drone. If you know that drone, if you use drone, there will be a lot of advantages. For example, for some areas in Indonesian, for example, in Jayapura, if the opposite team said as before, because there will we can use drone as a transportation. Yes, sometimes or some area we can reach it. We can reach it although it is the control airspace. But if we use drone, we can reach this area by using the control airspace without with safely. And then drone can help us to improve or to develop our farming or for mining. Yes, this is very very advantage. For example, from the second speaker of our team said about the that nowadays there is the limitation. There is a limitation. Actually, there is a limitation from using drones in for mining. But if we make it not without special permits, I think there are a lot of company can make exploration. Thank you.
All right, thank you for the reply speech from the government side of the House. And thank you for you guys all for all the effort that has been given today to join and participate in this debate competition. I know it was very intense because the topic itself is something that we're dealing with on daily basis. So before we request the adjudicators to decide on which team will be declared as the winner for today's match, let's first hear their comments on the performance and the progression of this match. And I would like to welcome our honorable adjudicators. First, Mrs. Lily, the time is yours.
Okay, thank you, moderator. First, I would like to appreciate all the participants. Please give a big round of applause for all of them. You are all doing great. You have already have a courage and also confidence to share your opinion about this debate. And before I jump to the assessment, I would like to give you insight about this debate. So not only the participant will get the beneficial, but also the audience at home who watch this debate. So in this debate competition, we break down the 5 keys of element of adjudication. The first one is opening impact on audience, and then the content, and then use of language, and then delivery and closing. Opening impact on audience include the statement, and then content is the content relevance of subject matter or not, and then point of information, and then the structure of the coherence, logic, and how you make the case building. And also the use of language, are you using the language appropriately, it is formal or not formal. And then the delivery, how you deliver the speech, about the pace, and then also the intonation, also the eye contact, and also the gesture. And then the closing, how you make an effective closing, so your speech or your argumentation is impactful and powerful. Then I would like to assess your debate, both pros and cons side. In a for pro side from Kendari, I would like to suggest you to make a definition before you start your speech, because definition is very important. So you must make a definition and make a clear definition about what is must be strength for the motion. For example, the House would allow drones to operate in controlled airspace without special permit. Maybe you can explain what is the special permits mean. So then the audience and the judge and adjudicator can understand what is what is the motion will be bring to. And then also for the content, I think it is good for every debaters to keep themselves informed of what's happening right now. So so they can explain about what motion is, especially in drone. Like moderator said before, that drone is a common and relatable topic in our job. It's very job related topic. So then it is good for you to dig more about a drone. And also for all of the team, I would like to suggest you to try to tie and make a correlation between your arguments and also example by your side. So then it can make your argument more powerful. And then for the use of language, according to my opinions, both of you are using the appropriate use of language. You are using the formal language instead of slang ones. And then the delivery, almost both of the team almost give the same, quite same delivery. The pace, I think it is need exercise. Maybe you can exercise at home how to make the pace is steady, so then it's not too slow, not too fast. And then also in the intonation, you can put the strength to the some words that you feel that it's more powerful or have the meaning that you want to underline. And then eye contact. It's very important, the eye contact. So then, and also body language, because this is online. Make sure that you are in a frame. You are all in a frame. So then the audience, the adjudicator, can see your gesture, can see your eye contact, because eye contact is very important. Gesture is very important to give the addition to your opinion or argumentation. Like when you are make sure that you are not backlight, so we can see how your eye contact, how your body language. And then closing statement. I already noticed that both of you already used the strong words for the closing statements. It's good for you. Both of you use totally believe and also the pros contra also said the same thing. I think it's good for you to have both of the closing statement, but I would like to suggest you, if there is time, try to make the second statement. I mean, to emphasize the statement. Yeah. So the first statement, I strongly believe, I totally agree, I totally disagree, and then before close it, you mention it again. It is so impactful and will lead or attract audience to believe you, to assure that your argument is better than other. And then about how to use time, I would suggest you to more do research, so then you can prepare the data, the example, and the speed, so then you can use maximize the time given to you. I think that's all from me. Hopefully you can learn from this debate. You can improve it and keep going, keep good work for this, and fighting for the next season for the team winner. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Mrs. Lily, for the input, for the insight, valuable insight for us. And then now let's move on to Miss Umi. The time is yours.
Thank you so much, Miss Hanis, for the time. So I would like to make sure first that I'm audible. So am I audible?
Yes, you are.
Thank you so much, Miss Lily. So good morning, debaters. It was a really interesting debates for both of you. And I would like to start by congratulating both teams for their participation today. Each side presented their arguments with passion and skill, of course, because it is our profession, and all of us understand a lot about how important is the safety level in our job. And here, my role as the adjudicators is to provide feedback on several key aspects on the debate. So I'll address each side in turn, focusing on their strength and areas for improving based on the criteria such as statement, relevance, structure, language, and overall delivery. Even though the skill of debating is not really used in daily life, but I believe that the critical thinking will be useful for the day after the debates competition. So here is it. For the government, like what have said by Miss Lily before, that it was really important to give the clear definition, and so bad that you are not really give us the definition of special permit itself, and the others other than the special permit, you give actually you give the understanding well, but you didn't mention the clear limitation about the drones until the second speaker from the government team saying that it was in Indonesia, the rules from the DGCA, and etc. So actually, the opposition team have the chance at the time to redefine it if he wants to, but he failed to do it. And For the relevance of subject matter, areas of improvement at times, some points seems to deviate slightly from the central topics. So please ensure that each point you make directly support your main argument. So don't make it so wide. I know that Mr. Dirga trying so hard to staying on the line with the topic, but yeah, we still need more example and also more engaging comment with that. And from the government, for the government side, for the POI, you bring the POI and raise it in a relevant manner and well timed. So I'm quite happy for today because there were no overtime POI. And thank you for Miss Moderator for giving them hints that it's ideally only 30 seconds. And for the opposition about the structure, you have the good side on the structure because your argument followed logical structure. I really like it when the first speaker saying, and then once the second speaker jump in, he said loudly that I'm here to supporting my leader. Wow, that's really cool. And that's your job actually, to support each other, not to focusing only on rebuttal, but to strengthen your idea and topics so everybody in this room, every audience is absorbed with your idea and then believe that you are the one to follow. And the next is for the use of language. I see that the government side use the language generally appropriate and academic. That was good. And you use technical terms effectively and really avoided colonialism. So that's a plus point for the government side. And for the pace itself, the opposition pace was really good. Your pacing was generally good with a steady rhythm that kept the audience engaged. And for the government, also, government team, you have a good intonation, volume, and pitch. That your volume was sufficient for the entire room and even supported by microphone, I believe. And your pitch was well modulated, which helped emphasize key point. We need that intonation to make us eagerly want to hear what you're talking about. So please make sure that you give a kind of different intonation on some part that you think and you believe that is important. And then for the eye contact, both team, I believe, have good eye contact. So kind of equal for that. And also for the audience absorbed in presentation, also good for both sides. So I just would like to emphasize once more that it's really an important thing that in debates we actually just think as a people who don't know that what you're talking about, but you would like us to believe that you are the one that that brings us the strength fact with the research, with the data. The more number you're saying, the more accurate the data you give us, the more possibility you get a higher score. So please keep note on that. But yeah, by the way, thanks once again for both of team for their excellent award today. Each side demonstrated strong skills in various aspects of debating. Keep refining the techniques and continue develop your strength. Debating is as much about engaging and convincing your audience as it is about presenting your argument. Well done, and best luck in your future debates.
Thank you, Miss Umi. Thank you to all the
Thank you.
adjudicators for taking the time to give us insightful and constructive feedback for us to do better. And now you may leave this room and move to the breakout room for the discussion matter. And to all participants, please stay in this room for approximately 10 minutes to give the educators time to decide on which team will be the winner for today's match. And for the host today, maybe now we are moving on to the announcement of the best comment on YouTube Live. All right, now we have picked up the winner for today's best comment, and it will be presented in a few minutes. Okay, now we got it from Gusti Putu. May the drone be with you, pros team. It's obviously for the supporter for the pros team. Keep spirit mau Air Canada KDI. Okay, and then Mamui Kayo. Good luck for both of the teams. Thank you. And for you guys who got picked as the best comment for today's match, please contact our committee, Miss Erlina, at the number below. So you may get the door prize from us, the committee. Thank you for the house. Now we can close it and let's hear some music while waiting for the adjudicators deciding on who will be the winner for today's match. Thank you. All right, welcome back, everyone. Is everyone already in the room right now? For Kendari team? If you're already in the room, please give me a response, please. Maybe unmute your mic.
Kendari over here.
All right, then for Jayapura, are you here?
Here, sir.
Okay. Okay, so now we already gathered together. Thank you so much for the patience. And I would like to announce the winner for today's. And after careful deliberation and consideration from our honorable adjudicators of the arguments presented by both sides, and our adjudicators have reached their decision. And now I'm pleased to announce that the winners of today's debate match is for Jayapura team with the average score of 79.2. Congrats for Jayapura team. Please give applause to them. And then to our runners-up for Kendari, we appreciate all the hard work also that you have put in, and you have demonstrated a talent and still have much to be proud of. So for you guys, let's give a round of applause to all our debaters for their hard work and dedication for today's debate. Okay, just a reminder for the Jayapura teams, you will be face off with the other teams that has been a winner from the previous match. And see you for tomorrow match. Now we can leave this Zoom session, and we'll be having a break for 30 minutes for the next session. Thank you so much. Me as the moderator, Hanis, signing off. Thank you.
Maybe you can have some picture.
Oh, all right. I forgot. All right. Could you please turn on the camera? Because
Oh, yeah.
it's
important.
my mistake. Sorry.
No worries.
Everyone, please turn off the camera. All right. All right, then I'll count to 3. All right. 1, 2, 3. Cheers. Okay, make another pose. Make another pose. Second time. Okay. I'll count to 3. 1, 2, 3. Thank you so much, everyone.
Thank you, Hanis.
participating.
Yeah.
Another session, Miss Lily, Miss Umi, and the host, the participants. Thank you.